Hello, this is Uncle Jim, and it's now time for another episode of Story Time with Uncle Jim. So, this is the story about the safe clogging 22. Alright, so my son has been ragging me for years to get this out of his safe. It takes up so much room, and it's heavy. Oh boy, is it heavy. Alright, so I'll give you the backstory on this. My wife and son bought me a contender from our neighbor, and he gave them a good deal as a present for me, and he threw in this 22 free along with it, as well as a Macmillan looking stock. It's kind of sparkly purple. I don't know if it's fiberglass or what, but it's very comfortable. And a bunch of other stuff. A bunch of stocks for the contender. The contender came with a nice pistol scope, 3-9. And so he threw in a bunch of stuff, and it was a hell of a deal, okay? The contender was more than that on its own, but he threw this in. All right, he was moving, leaving the country. So, I guess he got the stock from scratch and finished it. He did a good job. It's got a nice gloss finish on there. But he never liked it. It wasn't his pet. So this sat in his safe, and it was a safe clogging 22. So he just gave it to us. Now, I forgot it had a Swift scope on there. It's got a Swift 12-power scope, and I've been robbing scopes off of other guns. What I need is scopes. And boom! So my son brought this out tonight. I told him, okay, I got room on the bench now. I can put it against the wall. And he was like, bam! In a few seconds, he brought it out. He was so happy to get that out of the safe. I also have another big one in there. Clogging his safe, but that's another story. So this is how I got it from him, okay? Everything is the way he left it. He was a big 22 nut. That's all he mostly shot was 22 bench resting, pistol and rifle. And this one he never finished. So I'll show you the other side. The stock is really heavy. Maybe I'll go weigh this real quick, but it's a beast. Oh, he's a big boy. He's got a nice butt pad. Alright, so I just weighed him, and 9 3/4 pounds, so almost 10 pounds. Then I'll do the typical mods to make it friendlier. Quick release, mag release, trigger stop, a few other tweaks, and we'll finish it off like he never got to do. So looks like he just did the stock and was testing the barrel and didn't finish doing the rest. So we'll get him out on the road again. And that'll be in a future video, so stay tuned for that down the road. Okay, so it looks like he never got to finishing it, trigger, things like that. But look at the size of the bottom of the fore-end there. That just lays flat nicely on a big old sandbag, and it's not going anywhere. It's just a big Herkin stock. Now, it's good looking. It looks pretty nice. It looks real nice. So there's the undercarriage. This has to be like 4 inches wide or something like that. Here's my finger. Okay, here's the other side. The color's a little brighter, but in this light it doesn't show much. Now I think part of it is that pistol grip's a little fat. There's just something about it that just ain't perfect, but it works. It's serviceable. And it's beautiful wood. I thought about, shaving her down in spots, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so one thing I am going to do is change this mount for sure. Get a taller one there, and with rails. It's all stock, and it looks like it's brand new inside and out. So he didn't shoot it much. It just clogged his safe. All right. Stock trigger, but this is crisp. So I'm going to have to go in there and see what he's got in there for a hammer, if he stoned anything. But it's crisp, but it's not a trigger that you would have in this kind of a looking of a gun, okay? Because if you bring that to the range, it better shoot, right? It's got a big, fat, blocky forend. Okay, the barrel, it's a fluted barrel. I didn't think it. I shot it a couple times, and it didn't get my knees knocking, okay? So he told me that he had some oversized 22 ammo that shot really tack driving in this barrel. But regular stuff, nothing to write home about. Now in the live chat, we had Kenny on, and we were talking that he had a kid barrel that's stainless, just like this. And still waiting on that invoice, Kenny, because I'd like to put the kid barrel on here. And I forgot, it's all matchy-matchy. I forgot all about this scope. Everything's silver. So why not use this one? I was going to use a different one. I got a bunch of 1022s, but this could be the candidate. And then I might pull out that Macmillan looking stock and see. But he bedded that. I can't remember if he bedded this. He beds the triggers and everything. The trigger, housing. Hopefully. So that Macmillan one, I tried putting a different action in there, and it looks like I'll have to Dremel out some of that bedding that he put in there, some Mackie glass. If I use the Macmillan, I might stick with this just to have. I don't really have anything pimping like this as far as the stock. It's got a nice groove here. It's hard to show you in the reloading room right now. Anyway, so there's the story. There's some things I want to do to it. When I do change the barrel, I'll put a block with a set screw for barrel droop. It's going to be a steel block, and that's going to make things a lot better. Rise up that mount a little bit, and then we'll see how it shoots if I get the kid barrel from Kenny. If not, I'll go get a Feddersen barrel, but that's black, and I'll have to put it on my other one, which has seen its age. Okay, let's see if I covered everything. If so, thanks for watching. If not, there'll be more rambling. Until next time.